2014. Did that offend you? Okay, good. He loved it. He loved it.
To be fair, I hated that movie, but I want them to make more movies like that. I like that he made an original, crazy.
Yes.
And it was visually stunning, so we can't.
Really great job, but what the hell happened in that second half?
Yeah, totally. That bookcase. Like, oh my god.
We wrote that literally standing outside the theater. We started writing that trailer.
Paramount was nice to send us and everything.
It's an advanced screening of it.
Like, how'd you like the movie? And I was like,
You're in the bathroom with a toilet paper writing down.
Nice. Who wrote that? Was it that you, Spencer, that Hans Zimmer laying on his organ?
Falling asleep on his organ.
Oh man, such a good line.
Yeah, I ad-libbed the whole can't hear my own epic voice. I'm so glad that made it.
Yeah, absolutely.
should we show the other one?
Yeah.
We wanted to bring something special. It's been a crazy week, but Dan worked feverishly to get you next week's Honest Trailer early. First people to see it, I'm just going to ask you all, please don't film it, please don't take pictures, respect. If you see someone doing it, yell at them for me because I can't see them all. So help me have my back here. We don't want someone to steal it early. Thank you.
Cool. So we've also done a few honest trailers for TV shows. Yeah. So how do you guys choose? How do you guys decide TV show is big enough for an honest trailer?
I hate to say it, but it's kind of the ones we've already watched.
Yeah. It's the ones we're fans of.
There's only 4 of us, really, so
It takes a really
it
long
takes
time.
so long.
So the cable ones are shorter seasons, so we're able to sort of do it, but we don't want to just half-ass it. Like, we would need to watch all of Lost.
Yeah.
And we'd love to do a trailer for Lost, but that's a lot of hours.
Over 100 episodes.
Yeah. So we're working on it. We're figuring out a way to get there and do more TV, but it's tough.
Like, if you give me 6 months off, I'll watch Doctor Who.
Every Doctor Who from the 60s until now.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but they make a good point. Our homework, our job is literally watching this stuff. I had to sit, we shot 1 episode of the Screen Junkies show, and for it, I had to watch both Human Centipede movies back to back because we did an episode where I watched the Human Centipede with my mom. Yeah. And it brought us closer together. It was a great mother and son bonding moment.
And spoiler alert, we might be doing a sequel to that episode soon.
Right. But can I just say how great, how about an applause for Hal Rudnick?
Yeah.
Everyone watches on trailers, but the Screen Junkie show is an amazing show as well. Who's a fan of the Screen Junkie show? We couldn't do it with our main man, Hal Rudnick. Thank you, Hal.
Oh, thank you so much. I just want everyone here to know, at the end of the show, when I wave, I'm waving only to you.
And follow him on Twitter.
Yes, please follow me on Twitter, at Hal Rudnick. So we have a mic right here. If you have questions for any of us, please come on up, step right up to the mic, and ask us some questions. We would love to answer any questions you have.
We were trying to divide the first half for honest trailers, and then we're going to spend the last part doing movie fights. So if there's honest trailer questions we can get to quickly, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Orderly fashion. Very
Nice. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, kind of quickly, a big fan of the show, but what's your favorite movie? Just really quick.
Whoa.
All of you.
Yeah.
All of you.
I'll start, I guess. I'd say it's always a tie between Airplane and The Shawshank Redemption. It's a odd combo.
Yeah,
That's why it's hard to pick. It depends on the day, but that's my answer.
I always go Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little more highbrow. The Godfather, and Spaceballs.
You notice a lot of Spaceballs comments to that. Read it again. I think Return of the Jedi is one of my.
I'm like Andy, it depends on the day. It's either Shaun of the Dead or Jaws.
Great. There you go. Next question, please.
My question's actually for Hal.
Yes.
What's your favorite Screen Junkies episode segment that you've ever done?
Oh boy.
My name is Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
You know what? I really love the movie science episodes where we talk to Dr. Clifford Johnson. He's a physics professor from USC, and not only are they educational, this guy is as smart a guy as you want to meet, but I love just being an idiot, being able to ask silly questions to brilliant people. So the movie science episodes are probably my favorite. Thank you.
John, I was wondering if you could say in your epic movie voice, Black Widow the movie, coming whenever Marvel Studios gets their sorry asses in gear.
Black Widow the movie, coming whenever Marvel gets their sorry asses in gear.
Have you guys ever gotten any major or memorable pushback from any of the studios or individuals you've gone after?
I guess.
Not on the record.
Well, I mean, you may have noticed the Boyhood one got pulled.
Yeah, it was an accident, so
Yeah.
to say. But yes, I've heard pros and cons from people that I can't say.
I will say that I was sitting in a room interviewing Christina Applegate, and and I had just a ridiculous bit. I was trying to make her make food while I was
One of the worst episodes we've ever done.
Oh, it was great.
And she was sick.
And her people, like her handlers, were like, just ask her about the movie. Just stop it. What are you
making Christmas cookies with her?
Ask her about the movie. Yeah, Anchorman 2. Next
She's a
question.
great person, right?
Oh, she's, nothing against her.
We definitely get a lot more positive because I mean the Game of Thrones guys at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
The Power Rangers cast was like, when are you
You
going to
ran
Power
into
Rangers?
Joss Whedon and he said, what?
Yeah, you stalked him at Starbucks.
I ran into Joss Whedon at a Starbucks, and I was like I couldn't let him go without introducing myself.
Well, we texted you and told you you had to.
I sent all these guys a text. I'm like, Joss Whedon is in the Starbucks. What should I do?
Let him enjoy his coffee.
Like, go talk to him.
Yeah, Spencer said, leave him alone. Everyone else is like, harass him.
I said leave him alone too. It was just Andy.
Andy's like, get him on screen, Junkies.
Yeah.
But I went up to him and said hi, and he was so gracious and nice, and that was really cool. And I said, yeah, I work for the channel that makes honest trailers. And he's like, oh yeah, I love those. Yay.
And then he said my favorite line, which was, I gotta go back to making a movie that you guys are gonna make fun of.
Yes.
It was Age of Ultron.
And the folks from Gravity too were big fans of it.
Yeah. I think everyone's fans, but they can't say it publicly.
Yeah.
That's sort of the trick.
Yeah.
Hey, this might be a bit late for WonderCon, but maybe an honest trailer for Comic-Con? Maybe it's like an unconventional kind of thing to do a conventional.
We're thinking about it. Hopefully we get to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I assure you we will.
Like an honest trailer for an event. So like, how about an honest trailer for like World War II?
Why don't they do that one at a Comic-Con panel? I feel like that's just more special.
World War II, starring Eisenhower.
Hello. I have a two-part question. One, would you ever do like an honest anime trailer of any popular anime series out there?
Yeah. Again, that's TV, so we need to like do so much research. But we could do DBZ and Attack on Titan because those are the last two those are the only two I've seen in the last like 5 years. But
I'm a big Cowboy Bebop fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this is for John. Can you say in your honest trailer voice, in the name of the moon, I will punish you? Yeah, Sailor Moon's catchphrase.
In the name of the moon, I will punish you.
Hi. Really quick, I wanted to say I really liked your guys' mashup with CinemaSins. You guys should do something like that again.
Oh, thank you.
Also, so you guys mentioned some trouble you had with like Dragon Ball, just movies that are fucking awful. I'm wondering if there are any like just failed honest trailers that you got through them, you're like, no, bail, done, this sucks.
Have you ever fully bail? Wasn't there a false start on Alice in Wonderland? Andy, didn't you guys start it and then leave it and then come back to it later? I thought you mentioned that before. I could be wrong.
That might have been the case, but it was also just weird timing. We couldn't get the giraffe because that was such a weird, dumb movie. That it was. So those are sort of the worst ones where it's like just a boringly dumb movie where you're like, Alice in Wonderland's the perfect example of like, yeah, it's
Well, but speaking of the CinemaSins one, we did the crossover with Spider-Man 2, right?
Yeah.
And that came together at the last minute, so I have a script for the Spider-Man 2 honest trailer that never saw the light
No one
of
ever
day.
saw.
Yeah.
The one we did do was 19 pages long.
Right, the CinemaSins one.
We were very glad CinemaSins let us because we were like, if we ever were to do an everything wrong with, what would it want to be? And Spider-Man 2 was
so much wrong.
That was so fun. We were like, we hated that, and we felt we'd covered it already in the first one, and they agreed, so they were gracious enough. We switched the formats that episode, and maybe someday we'll do it again. Probably not. We're not looking to do it immediately, but at some point, yeah.
Anybody like the stuff we do with Hishi?
Ouch. We love them too.
Hi, my question is, personally, what is your favorite honest trailer that you've done?
Oh man, Dan.
Oh boy. It's like choosing your children. I like The Lion King a lot. I like the musical ones. The musical ones are really fun. So Les Miserables and The Lion King, I really love those two.
Man, it's so hard to pick. I'd have to say it's an equal split between Game of Boobs and Pacific Rim. It was just so much fun.
I was gonna pick Pacific Rim just to pat myself on the back for the line, it's the greatest dumb movie ever made or the dumbest great movie ever made.
Yeah, look, a puppy.
It's a great movie. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, I'm going back, probably Avengers, because it was the first time where I had to crack figuring out, because I didn't even have, well, you were your dad, right?
That was
before my time. Yeah.
That was before early. It was really just me and Brett doing them, and I had to crack how to do that movie, which I thought was awesome. And it worked. So I just have probably a personal connection. And I also love the fact that I did the earpiece part, which no one else really noticed it. And I thought, why are they weird? Why are they talking to each other? There's nothing in their ears. And then I feel like they adjust it in later movies, and I've always just wondered, did they do that because of our trailer?
Yeah.
They all have earpieces.
They listen to you. They listen to you now.
I like Shane rubbing his head, The Walking Dead. That's maybe one of my favorite shows.
That's why it's hard to do TV, because you gotta watch to learn, oh right, Shane really does that in every scene.
Very cool. Thank you.
Coral. How many walkers have you killed?
I was wondering how you guys felt about Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
Hal.
For it, yeah. Well,
that kind of cues into movie fights pretty well.
I mean, in general, we've hit peak Cumberbatch, but for that character, I think it works a lot. I'm into it. I mean, who else?
I don't
Joaquin
care.
Phoenix would have been cool.
I don't really care, because I don't know enough about Doctor Strange, honestly, and I like Benedict
Magic
Cumberbatch.
guy?
I do agree that he's oversaturated a little bit, but
I think he'll be fine. He's great as Sherlock. I did not like him as Khan. I'm sorry. I did not like Cumberbatch as Khan. Thank you. Thank you for that matter.
I like this.
He's excellent in certain things, but he's being brought up for every franchise now, and I'm like, whoa.
What about Smaug?
Slow your roll on the Cumberbatch, guys.
I'm a little more concerned with them selling the character, actually, than who's playing him. I think it's going to be a tricky, like Guardians, I think it's going to be a tricky sell.
Doctor Strange is kind of like Thor, and then it's like, how are they going to do that?
He's a little more
Fascinated and excited, but
I have faith.
I'm with Dan on that one. I think he's a little more magical than...
Are you excited?
Honestly, not really. I'm a fan of Doctor Strange since I knew what Marvel was. And when I saw that alien face, I was like, they're using him for his fan base. They're using him for his fan base.
Hollywood tends to do that.
Marvel.
Let's write that down for our own trailer, guys. We have a couple years.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
One question. Could I take a picture with you guys? And if so...
Oh, you can take pictures with us afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards we'll totally...
Absolutely, we'll be around.
Yeah, we're all sticking.
Except for Hal. He's like, no.
Yeah, Hal, no eye contact.
Hal will charge you $30.
I have a booth downstairs next to Lou Ferrigno.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
No,
$40.
He's not every convention.
Wow. Hey, this one's for Hal.
Yes, sir.
You guys do a lot of awkward interviews with celebrities on Screen Junkies channel. So has there been any celebrities that have been generally not amused by any of your shenanigans?
Plenty. Vince Vaughn, Christina Applegate, Shia LaBeouf, Steve Carell. Steve Carell, man. Not as playful as you might think Steve Carell.
Hal, you came in with nothing prepared.
No, that's wrong. I came in with too much ill-conceived nonsense.
It was a mess, to be fair to say.
That is one of my favorite videos, though.
We're talking about that very Christmas, Anchorman Christmas.
Yeah, so yeah,
it was a disaster.
I did the junket for Anchorman 2, and the idea for that was, I'm going to make a Christmas holiday special starring the cast of Anchorman 2, and it was disastrous. And we turned it into how not to do a junket, and that was a fun video actually, the one we put that spin on it. But yeah, so to answer your question, yes, several times.
And Shia LaBeouf was real, for the record.
Yes.
You really did go see Shia LaBeouf.
I was there.
Funny enough, ironically, because that was so great, I actually did that for them for Christmas this past year. I gave them all really crappy DVDs.
You gave me Taylor Swift's new album, and I love it.
I got Green Lantern.
This is pretty bad too.
And John, you gave us all gift cards for a restaurant that's not in.
No, I gave them. They got real restaurants. They made me give you the one that you guys don't have.
We did. You were the only one who couldn't use ours.
I got a gift card to a restaurant called Charlie O's.
Oh, Charlie's. Anybody remember Oh Charlie's? Nobody? No. Two people.
But just to follow up, most of the celebrities are really gracious and cool, so that's nice.
Tyrese pretty cool? He's pretty upset.
I was the only one there.
Yeah.
We really weren't sure. He's talking about this Nick Mundy interviewing the Furious 7 cast, and it was frightening. And as Nick was doing it, I had to turn around to keep laughing, so they weren't looking at me. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen because Tyrese wasn't giving him anything. And then Nick felt like he totally failed. And then Tyrese, after the cameras, he started laughing and said, "Good job, man, that was hilarious." So he was playing. Kudos to Tyrese for actually making it way funnier and awkward.
Nick,
even we weren't
master
sure
of the awkward. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So I do want to. We can do a couple more, but can you check on this too? Let's pick a couple movie fights that we can do from these tweets as it relates to these questions. So next, take a couple more and then we'll announce.
Talk to us.
Goku.
What is your favorite 80s to 90s cartoon theme song?
DuckTales. Great question.
Ninja Turtles.
I like Inspector Gadget. That's a pretty good one.
I like Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Although Transformers is my all-time favorite show franchise ever, except for the movie.
Gummy Bears is a little.
Oh man.
G.I. Joe, a real American hero.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe is the code name.
Oh, the X-Men. The X-Men cartoon.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. I changed it. Yeah, I changed to Spencer.
Spencer wins.
Yeah, you asked a question very close to our hearts. Thank you. Hello.
Is there any possibility that we might get to see a Screen Junkies booth at any of these conventions or any returns in the next couple of years?
I'm all for it, sure.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
How much will you pay us to?
Expensive. No.
We'd like to have like a presence. We love doing these.
We are doing
We're
merch.
just starting to do them. So
We are starting to have more merch available online soon. You'll be able to see more shirts and stuff coming. So yes, we're working on it. But yes, we're sort of just getting used to the amount of people that are. We work in an office and don't get to see all of you. So this is very fun for us, and we're getting used. But thank you. Yes, we will get out there.
There will be a Nick Mundy kissing booth.
get them drunk. You'll see this.
I can't believe we don't have a Bubes shirt yet from Screen Junkies. Yay!
Oh, this is great cosplay, by the way. Tommy Wiseau. Tommy Wiseau from the room cosplay.
Can you give us an oh hi, Mark?
Oh hi, Screen Junkies.
Oh wow! Good character.
Okay, so 2 questions. One actually involving the room. Or John, could you say this in the accent?
In the accent with the epic voice?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You're telling me apart, Lisa.
Thanks. The other is for Hal.
Yes.
Back to awkward celebrity moments.
Yes.
When the Shia LaBeouf exhibit happened, the I'm sorry thing,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of things did you go in thinking, like, okay, I want to say this, do I want to say this? Like, how is it since he was just sitting there?
Well, here's the thing. He took it upon himself to create this art exhibit, and I felt like, okay, if I'm going to go in there, I'm not just going to kiss this guy's ass, you know? And like Andy started the backbone of the channel, which is to be honest. And, you know, I'm an honest idiot, you know? I like to go in and speak my mind, and I just had to do it. I'm like, Shia, what was up with the crystal skull? What's going on with you? What have you become?
Well, and the thing that I hated so much is all the people who just got mad at you and like defending him, and it was like, he put himself in that situation and allowed people to do whatever they wanted. So I don't feel bad for him at all.
Yeah, he sat in a room and said, "General public, please come in and spend time with me." So and it's not like I, spat in his eye or something. And I actually like what he's doing with Sia. Any Sia fans out there? And I have no ill will towards the guy, but
And I think you might have been one of the only people that actually took the bag off to show that it really was him, because there was so much speculation.
Yeah. Thank you, Tommy
All right,
Wiseau.
let's do one more question as we get our movie fights.
One more question, then we'll do
We'll end
some
on our
movie fights.
There's so many questions I didn't want to miss out.
Young man.
Okay, if you were to do a Revenge of the Sith honest trailer, would you get Mr. Plinkett from Redland?
Oh man, it would be the dream.
That's a great idea.
Point. Yeah, we have to. We worked with them on. We didn't get Mr. Plinkett, but we worked with Redland Media on the Dark Knight honest trailer, Dark Knight Rises honest trailer, which is one of my favorite things ever. Where they did it in Prometheus, where they just asked all these ridiculous questions. So it was yes, I will. Now that you've reminded me, that's a very good idea. I'll see if they'll help us if they're willing.
Good call.
If it happens, it's all you, man. That's a great idea,
man.
Thank you.
Oh,
yeah, another
follow up.
One more. Do you think that you could ever? Do you think you could ever recreate that time when you shut Nick Mundy up?
Which time? I've done it so many times.
Relive that feat.
You know what? I call myself the Mundy Whisperer. It's a talent. It takes a lot of skill. But you know what? In general, I love Nick Mundy's rage, and it is a force of nature to be reckoned with. Thank you, young man. All right, all
right, so we're going to try and do a movie fight here because we thought this might be fun. If we have time at the end, we can still ask some questions. But we went through tweets. I don't know, is Gavin Conlon here?
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, Gavin, I got your tweet. It's real, it works.
Twitter works.
This tweet, more badass action star, Daniel Craig or Liam Neeson? That's a good one, right?
Wow, that is pretty. Yeah.
So the way movie fights work, and I want to spend some time so you can know how it works. So I judge movie fights. We have all these people. John's going to come soon. He just doesn't live nearby. But they fight over which is the right answer. It's an hour-long podcast on iTunes and on our YouTube channel. We do it every Sunday. It's a lot of fun. It's become a lot. We have a lot of people who've been really fallen in love with it. We're grateful for it. But we thought we'd give you a taste of how it sort of works live. These guys have not prepared. I'm going to have Spencer and Dan take it on.
Preview.
And we're going to take this on. So Daniel Craig or Liam Neeson? You said you'll do Neeson?
Yeah.
And you're going to do Craig?
I'll do Craig.
Well, what's the question?
So the question is, more badass action star. Spencer, go for it.
Liam Neeson, drop the mic.
Right.
Is that really a?
All right, that's the opening argument.
Okay.
Dan, go ahead.
Daniel Craig because he's not an old man.
Okay. Have you ever tried to fight an old man?
Have you ever tried to fight Daniel Craig?
Here's the thing. So Daniel Craig's claim to fame is he's the James Bond that has feelings and cries and gets beat up. That's what he's known for. Liam Neeson cannot be touched. He could beat you up with a phone call.
Liam Neeson's best action scene is talking on the phone. Daniel Craig is James Bond. He's driving cars and he's fighting people. He's doing parkour. He's beating up people in bathrooms. Come on,
Gavin. Just to be clear, Gavin, you're going to help me to decide the winner. So make sure you're listening.
Oh, yeah, so I think Gavin and everyone in this room would agree that Liam Neeson's best scene is not fighting someone with a phone, it's chopping people in the neck with his arms.
You mean his stuntman chopping people in the neck with his arms?
It is not.
Have you seen Daniel Craig? He doesn't need a stuntman, that's all Craig.
Yeah, you know what he does need is gadgets. He needs a sandwich that shoots a missile out of it. Liam Neeson just needs his bare hands.
Why don't you ask that guy in the bathroom in Casino Royale how many gadgets Daniel Craig needed?
Yeah, he almost got killed by a guy taking a dump. That's how strong he was.
But he didn't.
Wow, that was all right. I'm gonna call it time. That was good. There were some good. Gavin, what were your thoughts? Yeah, Gavin, what did you think? Come up to the mic. Go ahead, help me out. What did you think? Who gave the? I'll give you. I think there were some harsh words on both sides, really. There. I'm leaning towards one, but Gavin, what did you think? Anything sway you?
Well, I was already a little biased towards Liam Neeson, but
smart man.
But you got it like me. You can't. You gotta go with the argument.
Guys, I was really rooting for you, Spencer, but you didn't come up. That stuntman burn just got me.
I concur. The champion still sits.
At the end of the day, I gotta give it to Daniel.
He doesn't need a stuntman. He just needs a lot of editing. A lot.
And roids. I'm just saying, Liam Neeson has a particular set of skills.
All right, I'm going to go against Dan. Who is this person here? Ben Abramowitz?
Abramowitz?
Oh, it's on the Twitterverse, I
This
guess.
is just a random Twitter user. All right, well, the audience is going to help us decide this one. Worst director in the world today. I'm going to pick M. Night Shyamalan.
I'm gonna take Michael Bay.
Baker Shyamalan.
We didn't pick that. All right. Would you like to start there, or would you like me to?
Well, I had to go. I'll go first this time. Michael Bay is a horrible director. He's a horrible person. He has clogged our cinemas with crap blockbuster after crap blockbuster for over 15 years now. He took one of the most beloved 80s franchises and ruined it. Transformers will never be good ever again because Michael Bay has killed it forever.
But Michael Bay is pleading to us, an audience, they're seeing it. They're seeing it, so whether you dislike it or not, there's an audience seeing it. And I would argue Michael Bay is an amazing action director. The Rock is one of the best movies ever. Bad Boys, an amazing movie. And even some of Transformers, as I'm not going to say Transformers was good, but there are pockets of Transformers where at least you're like, whoa, they just fly through the building, and like, there's at least a level of amazingness where M. Night Shyamalan had one good movie. He had one good movie and proved to be a complete fluke. And not only that, but he killed The Last Airbender, which is the coolest franchise ever. And he destroyed it.
Well, here's what I'll say.
I'm going to fact check you. There was two good movies, Unbreakable and...
Signs was all right too.
Debatable. Signs was okay.
I think Unbreakable's better than Sixth Sense. That's just me. Listen, it's hard to defend M. Night Shyamalan, but here's what I will say. As far as taking Michael Bay over M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan is a misguided individual, but at least he's sincere. At least he's falling on his sword with these horribly misguided ideas. Michael Bay doesn't care about you. Michael Bay, you know what? I'm gonna make a piece of garbage, and you're gonna pay to see it anyway. And I'm gonna keep on doing it. So screw you.
But sadly, it's their fault because they're all seeing them. No one saw anything. No one saw After Earth. No one saw any of M. Night Shyamalan's last movie.
But that makes him a tragic figure.
But my point being, I don't mean to point at you guys because you're going to judge me, so that was mean. I mean the world in general. We are the 1%, the 99% went and saw those stupid movies and gave them the money to make build a universe and Transformers. How does that even work? But back to my point of Shyamalan. Shyamalan's a hack. Shyamalan doesn't have any good skill set. Where you can't deny to me that Michael Bay knows how to make a good action scene. On top of that, Michael Bay, he's gotten cocky, of course, but it's because he makes money. Shyamalan doesn't make any money now. And After Earth? Well, come on! After Earth versus, let's take away Transformers, Pain and Gain, or After Earth. I'd much rather see more Pain and Gains than I want to see After Earths.
Exactly.
So weirdly, I would rather see Michael Bay take more chances and do things, taking that I know he knows how to make an action sequence, than M. Night Shyamalan, who destroys everything he touches now.
Well, my final defense of M. Night Shyamalan will be, like you said, if he's a hack, that's fine, but, he doesn't know how to make movies. Okay, Michael Bay can make a good movie, he just doesn't.
All right, let's go to the audience, all right? I'll hold my hand over each gentleman.
That was tough. That was good.
Okay, good job.
We all lose, don't we?
Was it M. Night Shyamalan?
I must say, though, there's only one honest trailer I quit in the middle of, and that was M. Night Shyamalan.
All right, well, we have a few. Are there any other questions before we? I don't have time to do another fight, but any other quick ones to throw because we have, I think, 5 more minutes or so?
Yeah, no, 7.
Best Robert De Niro movie?
Grudge Match.
As a
Why would you go that?
It's definitely Little Fockers.
Yeah, we can take some more questions. Yeah, come on up.
I actually have 2 questions. I don't have a Twitter, so can you guys do a movie fight on which movie will win 2016?
Star Wars.
Superman versus Batman or Civil War?
Civil War.
It's Civil War. I mean,
I don't know.
you guys make Batman?
First, taking 2 Superman.
Does anyone want to argue?
Win as in better, or more people will see it?
Or more money?
More people, probably.
Probably Superman Batman.
Yeah, that might do better.
It's not really a fight. I just think more people see it because people
It's hard for me to say. Like I'll say that when we do movie fights a lot. I don't like speculating on like whether a movie will be good because it's like it might be. I don't know, maybe. But
that movie will not be good.
If I had to lay bets,
Justice League. When you have to watch them try, they're gonna get the Justice League in a movie. Like that's worth watching.
They are doing it out of fear of Marvel, which they are not doing it properly, and they are going to mess it up. And have you seen how Patton Oswalt's in it? Can we stop with the brooding superheroes?
I
vote 80, 2016, y'all.
I'd rather have no Justice League than a badly done one. I have to say.
And what's sad is because I feel like if they just made a proper Superman sequel, and even if it just had Batman appear near the end, I might have subscribed to it, but it's way too much to throw out.
Yeah, I agree.
So that sort of answer your fight? Are you excited?
I'm excited for both. Like, I don't really have a preference for which one I have a favorite for, because why are you going to choose when you can just...
We're in the golden age. We all win.
Two, if they make a Transformers 5, they say that Michael Bay will not be the director. Would you go see it?
I think they flip-flopped. Nikki's back.
I'm done seeing Transformers movies.
They said
I think our job sort of makes us have to see them.
I'm a lifelong Transformers fan, and he said he's not going to be in the previous one, and he was anyway. So
I just don't think the Transformers, I'm going to say it, they're not good characters, and I blame Michael Bay for making them bad characters. Like, I went to the Universal Studios ride, and you do Spider-Man the ride right in Orlando, which you're like, yes, all the characters there, and then you do the Transformers, and I can't tell them apart. They're all just like loud garbage machines yelling at me. There's no character to them. I can't get connected to that
Except
universe
for
that
the
he built.
distinctly racist ones.
I still don't see what would be wrong with Spielberg going back and making an 80s film based on the original story and make a freaking good documentary.
He's doing it. He's going to do Ready Player One, which I think could be awesome. Thank you. One more? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, it's not a movie fight, but who would win in a fist fight between Tim Burton and M. Night Shyamalan?
M. Night Shyamalan would win at the end. What a twist.
Drop the mic. Boom. Next one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who would win in a fight, Batman and Darth Vader? And there is a right
That video's on YouTube
Can they use the Force?
Use the Force?
Can they use the Force?
Can you use the Force? Can Batman
If they
prepare?
use the Force, it's
Batman
Darth
can prepare. They can both prepare.
What is this, Batman and Darth Vader again?
It's if he can use the Force, it's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But Batman could
I don't think it's such a
neutralize it with something he whips up in the Batcave, and then all bets are off.
Batman!
He would sacrifice himself at the end to save
Kryptonite for
humanity.
the Force.
If Batman shorts out the suit, Darth Vader can't use the Force if he's unconscious. So I think Batman could do it, but the Force complicates things.
Couldn't he just call up his cell phone and just call it Justice League? 2 seconds, Vader's gone.
Their sort of answer.
Sorry, I'm just really nervous. You guys are my hero, and I kind of want to give each one of you a hug.
I'll give you a hug. Absolutely.
First, can you just say this? It's from Scott Pilgrim. It's
I love that
the
movie.
second X, the one who says, he goes into a phone booth and he's saying, listen up, bucko. The first look you hear is me hanging up. The second one is me pulling the trigger. Can you say that?
I don't know if I can remember that whole thing. Let's see, what was it one more time?
Listen up, bucko. Wait.
Listen up, bucko. The first sound is me hanging up. The second sound is me pulling the trigger.
Who do you consider the king of nerds?
The king of nerds?
I like
I
Patton
think Hal
Oswalt.
Rudnick should be
No offense, Hal. I like Patton.
A lot of people say J.J. Abrams. I can't pronounce his last name.
What?
Abrams. A lot king of nerds because, come on, he's made Star Trek movies and now he's...
I go Joss Whedon over J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like Joss Whedon, Buffy, Firefly, he's got more deep nerd cred. J.J. Abrams seems like he's a little bit more in it for the Benjamins.
He's also admitted he's not a Trek fan. He did that. So, yeah, but the one I would pick is Patton Oswalt. We met him, and he's unreal. That guy knows everything.
Yeah, I mean, Patton for nerd knowledge, Joss for worshipped by nerds.
And Hal does a King of the Nerds tournament.
The King of the Nerds is the show on TBS. Yeah, I do.
You know what I mean.
Actually, I do a show in Los Angeles at the UCB Theater called Tournament of Nerds, where we have basically cosplayers debating as the characters who would win in a fight. Check it out. It's at the UCB Theater the third Saturday of every month.
few of us have been judges. It's been fun.
Yeah, super fun time, super fun time.
One more question behind you. Go ahead. We'll come hug you afterwards, though, I promise. Yes, we will come hug you.
Heck yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, real quick.
Okay, so thanks. I just want to say thank you because thanks to you guys, you have changed the way I look at movies and TV.
What's your favorite movie?
Well, thanks to you guys, I look at the new Godzilla movie a lot different.
Cool. They all loved it, but I could totally agree with the honest trailer on that one.
I think, are you guys ever going to do like honest trailers of music videos? Because my friend told me about this really weird one.
A musical movie, maybe.
Honest music?
A musical?
We've been really into the Disney musical and Les Mis one, so yeah, I mean, that's interesting. We have to figure out.
That'd be fun to have like an honest trailer for like a Kanye video. Or
That's a good call. We should drop a mix.
If it's up to Andy, it'll be Taylor Swift.
I will think about that. I feel like we have discussed it before, but yeah, that's a great idea. And I guess people, yeah.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do like Will Smith if he made the theme song to movies today.
My career is over. My
What
career
you
is
said
over.
though, it gives me faith for the youth of tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank
You're on the right track. Watching the whole movie, yeah.
The Screen Junkies.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I think that's our time. You guys have been fantastic. We cannot be more thrilled with this.
Selfie.